The wind howled like a living thing, clawing at the empty road and throwing needles of snow into the air. Night had fallen early, smothered by thick gray clouds, and the blizzard swallowed everything beyond a few steps. In the middle of that white chaos stood a woman, her coat pulled tight, her breath shallow and fast. 2 children clung to her, one on each side, small boots already soaked, fingers numb despite the gloves. She had stopped counting the minutes a long time ago. The bus never came. Her phone had died an hour earlier, the battery drained by the cold. The nearest town was supposed to be 3 miles away, but the road signs were buried, and every direction looked the same. She tried to stay calm for the children, whispering reassurances she barely believed herself. Each step felt heavier than the last. That was when headlights appeared through the snow. At first, she thought it was another trick of the storm. Then the light grew steadier, warmer. A dark SUV rolled to a stop a few yards away, engine humming low. The driver's door opened, and a man stepped out, tall and broad-shouldered, his face half hidden by a scarf and hood. For a moment, fear tightened her chest. He raised his hands slowly, palms out, as if he knew what she was thinking. "Hey," he said, his voice calm but firm, cutting through the wind. "You shouldn't be out here." She pulled the children closer. "We're fine," she said automatically, though her voice shook. He glanced at the kids, at their blue lips, the way the younger one's knees trembled. His eyes softened. "No, you're not. This storm's getting worse." She hesitated. Every warning she had ever heard screamed in her head. Stranger, night, isolation. The man took a careful step back. "I'm not asking you to trust me blindly," he said. "But you won't make it walking. Come with me. I've got heat, blankets, and a radio. There's a ranger station 10 minutes from here." The older child looked up at her, eyes wide. "Mom, I'm cold." That broke her. She nodded once. Inside the SUV, the warmth felt unreal, almost painful as it seeped into frozen skin. The man wrapped the kids in thick blankets from the backseat and handed them warm water from a thermos. He didn't ask questions right away. He just drove, slow and steady, tires crunching through snow. "I'm Ethan," he said after a while. "Lena," she replied quietly. They reached the ranger station, a squat building glowing like a lighthouse in the storm. Lights were on. Smoke curled from a chimney. Relief flooded her so suddenly her eyes burned. But as Ethan pulled up, a park ranger stepped outside, shaking his head. "Power's unstable," the ranger shouted over the wind. "We've got people inside, but the road to town is closed." "Might be hours." Lena's heart sank again. Ethan looked at her, then at the kids. "You can stay in my truck," he said. "Or," he paused, "I live close. Generator, fireplace. You'd be safe until morning." Silence stretched between them. She studied his face. Tired, honest, lined by years that suggested responsibility rather than recklessness. She thought of the children shivering in the dark road, of the storm raging outside. "Okay," she said softly. His house was small but solid, tucked among tall pines. Inside, the fire crackled, and the smell of wood and soup filled the air. The kids fell asleep almost immediately, curled on the couch under quilts. Only then did Lena let herself breathe. They sat at the kitchen table, hands wrapped around steaming mugs. "I was supposed to start over today," she said suddenly, words spilling out before she could stop them. "New town, new job, their dad." She shook her head. "He left. Everything just fell apart." Ethan listened without interrupting. "My sister died last winter," he said quietly when she finished. "Car accident. I promised her I'd never ignore someone who needed help." The fire popped, sending sparks up the chimney. Morning came gentle and bright, the storm spent. Snow lay smooth and quiet, like the world had been reset. The roads reopened by noon. Ethan loaded their bags into the SUV again. At the edge of town, Lena turned to him. "I don't know how to thank you." He smiled, small and genuine. "Just get where you're going." She watched him drive away, the truck shrinking against the white road. For the first time in months, hope didn't feel fragile. It felt real, and somewhere behind her, in the quiet after the storm, a new beginning waited.